nothing, that, you're going to hell if you don't believe, right? Right. The cross is often a conversation starter.
Right, yeah.
I always, I end emails, be blessed or blessings, right? I mean, just something that kind of gives the idea. In fact, it's very interesting you said that. I used to say when I was in the public school as a principal, the end of my newsletters to family, I used the word blessed a lot, right? And it's such a blessing to be here and whatever. And the only time in all the years that I was ever above, I had my superintendent at the time had said something like, you may want to tone it down a little bit, right? And it wasn't because anybody had complained, because anybody in my building who knew me knew where that was coming from, right? It wasn't proselytizing. It was just who I am and how I feel. And it was, so I backed off a little bit, right? But I didn't eliminate it. I didn't take it out of my vernacular, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it comes down to little things like that. Maybe, if you have an office, right, that you have a something on your desk, that's like a little reminder, a verse of the day. I go into one auto mechanic. I know North Carolina is a little different than New Jersey in terms of the way in which you can express yourself openly. But our auto mechanic, I mean, you walk in there and he's got a whole thing about the morality and kind of the character of the people who work there. We are defined by this. And on the other side is a Bible verse of the day, right? And you walk in. So if I know that you have a good reputation, which as a Christian, we hope you would, right, in your line of work, I'm not coming in there and saying, you do a really good job fixing cars, but I'm not going to come and, you utilize your services because you have a Bible verse up there. If anything, you come in almost with an expectation of the quality of your work better kind of match, right? And we've had this conversation with our kids as well. Like, some of them are like, I don't know if I could ever do work for someone who believes that, because I don't know that I want to support that. I think, we've talked about, well, what kind of message are you think about Jesus, right? Would Jesus have ever said to somebody, I can't sit with you? I mean, he sat with sinners, right? He invited them to the table. But we're supposed to be more of a hospital for the sick, right? I mean, if you're not engaged with them, how can we ever lead them to Christ, right? So, that I just think there are little things we can do that are subtle enough to just say, this is who I am. That's always been my thing. Is like, you need to know that I am a believer.